ɛne yɛbɛsa akyerɛ ɛnyɛ me na meka kufuor ba yɛwɔ institute National Reconciliation Committee and the except of the committee report no wɔ ha yɛbɛhwɛ when him say JJ Rawlings ba Yekovi eniyoma wo ye in 1980s yes setting up special investigative board say we investigate JJ Rawlings in the killings the report of the special investigative board no eniyoma wo kan ye ni bi e wo ha eno say nsu ye behwe so special investigative board no a report no ene wo ha eniyoma we are fact and figures ye behwe ni nyina ai we no ye be 60 something page ye wi a wa open no send no number ye be before the amount. When you say wenti, almost Ghana publishing, so special investigative body, almost Ghana publishing. They didn't want this report to go out. And yes, and I have a copy of it, a full copy of it. It is you be the Hong Kong. We are share a year Captain Adebuga. I want to JJ Rawlings ye cool no. No, no boy JJ ye cool no. A kumuni pama JJ. On one and no more say. I will kai. Ye really in anwa. I lead you what the na to no JJ Rawlings wo kum obi wo kum nipa na wo ba kura no ne ye secretary ni secretary wo ye castle ho no wo ba ne die no ohunu ye mo odwane ye omokoto no ne papa fi ne nyina ye beka why Captain Nkrabie Fadate if obi wo krom ha wonim JJ obi anim na nchen no is one ne kwa achimota ofiri one ne ko military one ensam wa kan fa JJ hu nyina ye beka why yabama mafo ne ho me the files so me kire ni nyina ni ewie ni nyina akofi na afi ya hwese so mo si ye nyina fa ntu echi a ye fa ntu echi na mom so obi try so be white wash the party history na akoye say June 4th revolution ni akoso dabi ye wie so a afi the last topic a manfo ne bebre no apeti ombete kofi ye ti o man mu ye si a chekere man at no point should we accept certain behaviors? At no point should we accept body shaming of women. At no point should we accept abusing of people's families, or in the name of say yes, fighting for nation. And you better digest it. Yes, a branch be Amatela. I would hear the year. And you may be a wine over the years. Na man for new you baby near my mouth for new. And I'm saying yes, civilized this. We will try as much as possible not to use vituperative words like he does, but we will still speak sense to his hearing. You be Kenyans out to it. Say we show, say me show, and you know here. If say you are kola na gbe so chepeni, and you open here wusha. It is when you near, when you yo, ukasa, wadwene, and a chere, and you fear wadi, and then you change ya wo ba ya your mama mo ama sikadia twatu komo, e shall shirt na chere. And you bet you why? More fire. Nina. More fire. In Sri Lanka, ready. More fire. Oko Ghana Records on Sua, GhanaRecords.com. Yeah, and your money big one. Monkonko Kambi. Stories in Nina. More fire. Monkonko Kambi. More fire. General. Uncle four frame. Nketia. You better support the show. No. You better support the show. Me name the person who the support the show. When you are person with this support, get access. Maybe I'm not on a mass. That is not my aim. My aim is to get my message across, and that's exactly what I'm doing. And now your World Women's Day. Govi, eti MBN nuanom ma, ya ma menom, aye timidem betina ho, ni eka, alata box, ni eka, obabema, Italian money box. We celebrate you. Mama Joyce Ayi. We celebrate you. Emma Kukudam. We kura ye ken na kuna duajima Rawlings. We celebrate no. Tell me what I say. Ayi First Lady Lordina Mahama. We celebrate no. Former First Lady. Ayi Mrs. Akufo-Addo. We celebrate no. Ayi former Second Lady. Ayi Samira Bawumia. We celebrate no. Vice President. Ayi Mame ayi Jena no. We celebrate you. World Women's Day. Obia indiscriminatory. Indiscriminatory. Why? It's munyina. Obi MPP former nyina. MPP former nyina. NDC for so gas no mu film ni munyina. Mo mu film ni dem betimi atwen. Obi a girl se for ne ayada me papa. we abrochire for man so so na metrim yam de na wam so wo mo anso nyam kire on betwuma da pa o ye mahuna manne Kwa Afrifa mahuna manne enso mekoso an maso mo why agosia anya manfo ni sunu o mo bantin meja wo mo hunu oni ya dada o mo na bibifo no no mo oku a esa odun sa ba akoko no na de ba akon nso pia wo mo if so makwa ese sebi mpraduasa enu ya edo mo gudam ne de kwadugu na sen so o kwa ne atwen ba ne no wo ku na so makwa mo ate ah to dam de ginga mo kakra so makwa mo obi yan shasie cutting razor general ohene ade na nam kurum ohene adai ohene general nene na ka beso sezu na o debut nene na okotakura de ohene ohene can sit da ka ba bia wo kam degrader how many minutes did the show and how many views? Yeah, say 8.1k 20 minutes. Wow, yeah, Ghana, thank you. But Mungo soon share. General, I didn't walk room. But before that, Kofi, what's the end and right? Say the question. Adia, Saday, Adiana, Aday. Sadia Nancy. Highway bay. Kanda highway. No, I'm saying no, I'm saying it's one school now. One could be taught on one. No, only highway. Na Kanda highway. Say one and another. Now, them got Kanda dear. Supersonic highway. No, I'm saying dear Nancy. No, I'm saying BBS. And your train. General, for cutting razor, bra. Hey, Ediani, we are Taniata. A frog will be trouble colors. Trouble colors or sound video here. Who be you? Ataniata, Kenga, Tafumo Jaduro, Aya, the at the NDC, I saw Independence Day. Nija, yes, so a TV over here. Ataniata, always no more show. Fugupa, same. I was in the same. Okay, so the two favorite people of mine. We Ura Julius Debra. Despite the fact that he is still a favorite person of mine. Adeba ko ya many G we are sepa. And I say me ware no te ho. A buo out the moment. Even whatever has happened, it should happen a little bit. Nemo mono a general so another film papa of mine. The feeling brother. Now Angrofoni Kase. Say the race okopano yakwa wi Americano, Yetwi, Nankuni Mabo train a bobo. Neither no me and Yasha de Kuro. Now we'll be commono. Now, almost spiritual father in Papa Go. It was the purpose. Tisha will when a betcher will be the president. We should have betcher. It will be our children answer who showed the Chiano collector. No general switch and your call right. No, I'm the quarter now. Now, my former boss, minimum kakra. It means the body language kakra. When you're comfortable with be a minimum. I know amount for when you're comfortable. So we per president. San no more can domi market. Aboso kind na. And I'm so when so pe biadi. Oh, nana you cutting razor fabra ni enchire mo. Daniel you NDC ni. Enti my former boss no mo yes one Asiedu Nketia ese kura ba ne se frugu ombesha no mo compete enti yi ba ko na mi ba ko sa ataniata ebe di 2024 timpe no mu di si ebe brutal Fanta bruta. Obi. General. Eti ataniata la ania ba. Hey wo de wonyo. Manfo na ka. Manfo is mo hadwi o. Yo, any our first topic no aye ko ne ya ya. Mo se ya de Ibrahim Mahama. Okay, yen hwe video bi. Your friend say Daniel, and e obeya adwuma bi ama ya quick. Mr. Madaroma. Kwan mo man ke kama dwan kyerɛ mo na Danny so go be on a more serious note where Ibrahim Mahama Daniel ko wachi kakra na yenhwe gina ha Dabi gina ha babia the seal of the president ebo e car ne ho so Ibrahim Mahama nie and a president of the republic John Dramani Mahama Oko official duty to be a flood nesi wo a voter region. First year jina ho. Na surprisingly, President Nisi no. Ibrahim Mahama anana air driving the presidential car. That is a beautiful question. And you see, Ghana for ya been any more hard. So we discuss issues on political lines. So it's not even no more about the safety of the president. It is no more about the president being a national asset, and for that matter, your brother cannot be doing these things.
Exactly so.
When you are president of the Republic of America, Federal Republic of America, one can drive or personal drive. And then Ibrahim Mahama and they're driving the president of the republic in an official car. Now question you must say Ibrahim Mahama or can a official protection guide or protection force of the president accident on Yebusa question say Ibrahim Mahama or can national security detail of the president assistance no bian kan kire say Ibrahim Mahama a part of the presidential guide or presidential force obian kan kire say Ibrahim Mahama a part of national security detail of the president obian kan kire say Ibrahim Mahama you can the chauffeur the national chauffeur because you are driving president or you well trained chauffeur you can chauffeur president or driver no. And they say Ibrahim Mahama, and you see chauffeurs, you were more than 1, 2, 3 for the president. So at every given point, there is a chauffeur of the nation that is supposed to drive the president of the republic.
Exactly.
And you didn't see. I didn't see. The president of the Republic of Ghana. The brother and they're driving and way me was a comment in the and a very humble brother, very humble rich man. How my baby? Say Ibrahim Mahama president a baby. No person would do a year convoy next year. And you're right. In any other civilized jurisdiction, we don't do that. By normalizing it is also the convoy next year. Fire, but sir, to drive the president of the republic in a presidential car, and the people don't see anything wrong with it. Precisely. So president you move here, the security detail, even convoy, every car that is supposed to be in the convoy, national security is supposed to have a detail of it. It is all quiet. There is the motorcade of the president. Our president in the motorcade, a bit but say arrowhead. Omuya miansana omudianimu. Omuya advanced motorcade. I didn't see. Show run. Show no one for run. No crime. I need to know which voice. I go be. Saturday diano.
GBC diano.
GBC diano. Go be. It's motorcade ni bedi kaba. Now if you are not advanced party riders in Swaba, president party riders, and sana state protocol, either say 1 or 2 cars aba, and sana the president's secretary aba. Now if you are the police or the military, the arrangement of civilized societies, because president Movia, a threat is behind the back.
Precisely so.
It's the security in Niagara. It's before so people caught in a president came, so on their driving. The person must be a well-trained chauffeur of the state. I would dictate even security threat be bad. How did we get here? Say Ibrahim Mahama no your brother young country you say or no the chauffeur of the president or no the president in the K1ng drive. Na president per se Ibrahim Mahama joining one K1ng no problem. President in bet me at Tinechiri. Na Ibrahim Mahama joining Wechiri. Na president in Eddie Camp at the front. At every given point, the Eddie Camp must be in front. Osha one of the Eddie Camp no what Ibrahim Ibrahim see no see. How did we get here? And we complain about friends and family. Your mama saw reset it. When you reset, no. The optics. When you reset, no. And it is not about Ibrahim Mahama woni sika na woni sika. It is not about Ibrahim Mahama humble and now humble. It is about the right practices of a civilized societies.
Precisely so.
Call. And then you do her. Obakai President Kufu accident to Nyai. Ya normalizing you maybe. When him say president in a kure kwa. Neka na si uni bo anymore. Ye wo mienu. Baku ya decoy. And a president say ya in case somebody wants to even attack. And now so mo could do baby. That's a president, you know, can't say anabibia. Ye wo another one looking like the president own, which he will sit in.
Exactly.
Until we take all these precautions to safeguard the president. More often than not, Kobi, the say, President Sebano, instead of don't forget, the president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces.
Precisely.
To be a commander-in-chief of the armed forces, now with you, it's not a joke. For your brother to be driving you, it is not a joke.
Precisely.
You are reducing the bar. You are bringing the bar very low. Commander-in-chief of the armed forces. And today your brother is the one that drives you on official duty. And then and nobody sees anything wrong with it. President go 4 times. One or say be or money accident to a year your pay because now you normalize say president ekwa yet me man crofo di actually ordinarily sa party boys no omkrekra omka na omdi actually it's not even right. Kofi, do you know that even the president in Memuvia, I have presidential convoys across the world. Who's even red car, who's a white car, who's a green car, no lighted car near money won't because of security reasons.
Precisely so.
And then they reduce the bar solo, say President Mahama and me and a driver when he's going on official duty. As what? The aide de camp. As what? Yabeka chere. Say Ibrahim Mahama and no the chauffeur of the president ana. Atiabana no. Eti me my to anu. Eti maban masisan yaman maban masisan. To ayi nim to sa we nim. Obi. Maban masisan yaman we research ni. Atiabana no. Adia ne yan tantan sa. Obi. Under no circumstance should the president be allowed and I know neba Awoko Kenya ne bani official and they and the Ghanaian people don't see anything wrong with it because you see Ibrahim Mahama Wiska. It is not about Wiska now Wiska. But any serious jurisdiction we don't do this. You can't do it.
Exactly.
Even Wankasa, President of America, won't drive it. Even when you are done with your service, you will not be allowed to drive.
Exactly. So,
for security reasons.
Asset to the nation.
Asset to the nation. Now by President of the Republic. That is how come the moment you better be security yes sano na national security take over. A good yes concept we trivialize issues in this country for nothing.
So
you're right. And you're right too. And you're right. We should not normalize it.
Exactly.
And you're right anywhere. Nowhere. President go 4 times. How you may normalizing a money accident or pebia. Because I was a guy. Because he felt entitled to say president convoy kwa. That is how come a president convoy or this be the president because when you do that and you train securities of the president they think it's a threat. But Nigeria can't come shoot to the Kuno. What I say? Say Ibrahim, your president, brother. It is one in a mem with him who is can't me and
the president,
the family and friends in your bini. The president, even as a president, a year on one private function. He cannot be allowed. Mr. President, this is your wish, but we cannot allow you. Precisely. That is how serious nations they do.
Exactly.
By the idea, you didn't know by your good year. You better like the shirt, your channel, or you're humble, no driving a brother. You didn't know woo. How did we get here? You're normalizing your matan time. It's you're not going to be a couldn't driving a muya. To come by Yoki. I don't know. Many can't say in politics. Optics is as important. Perception is as important as the reality.
Precisely so.
You know, let me go there. In politics, it is not just about the reality. So President Yenim say Ibrahim Mahama ben na momemu. Oh, no two ways about it. We know. Obabo Yenim so ben na momemu. Yenim ni nyina. But at the end of the day, Obane ni na momemu mu akofi. Must the people see it? So brother Yenim did that. It is trite knowledge. So brother Emmanuel Ibrahim Obane na momemu mu appoint bisa. But must the people see it? Optics.
Precisely.
More fire.
Na president akoye party. No ama cameras nyina nkoda baby. Ni atwa ne nam. Yenim say president obaji wani. But for the good of the people, the optics.
More fire.
Tina na kufu ado ne hoyam ngoma santa nyama oye. Yetimi de be 100 cars. What is that? Every car of the president when he's moving, national security is supposed to take details of the car before he moves.
Precisely.
Concert here. Official capacity of Ibrahim Mahama. And we have the state. Yakase state ya kofinya agudi yo. Yakase state here. Enya agudi. Yakase constitutional governance. Government enya agudi yo.
Precisely.
So we cannot even envelop the state from family. We cannot draw the line between the state and the people. We cannot draw the line between state and friends.
More fire.
So the work of the state. Armed forces, as a president, the Air Force is supposed to be driving the president. And Ibrahim Mahama and Yepiana, so anyway, we any research now, and they've treated as if it's an issue. Why? We reduce governance to its barest minimum. The kind of governance we reduce to.
More fire.
We any research now.
More fire.
Maka mupa muntie and we say no omudi me video bi aname bro you can ofori atane kufu adu bia no omo NDC for ne she na ti mo adwene ye adwumani e di se mo share dia na che se kufu adu kura man fa nche no na dwama wa na me de che no mo abobo adam wana munya abotre we ye season 1 episode 7 in episode 7 kura na mo hopui hey adai show emusi anya papa show nenye so mu betete otitidi ese edu say 9.2 4 mo de munko why na mu bebu no Ibrahim Mahama you don't have any business driving your brother. You don't have any business in Tuabama. Who yes can you attend on your sister? You saw your day I'll be the anymore. Ube control by no. But let it not be in our faces. We don't care.
More fire.
Let us have our peace. Unshia dia kakra. Tiwadia na wo ye no. Does it sit well in any proper governance structure?
More fire.
Say president of the republic and the brother and the driver. Are you people okay? What is that? We reduce our governance to the lowest.
More fire.
And nobody sees anything wrong with it. Because it's been done by Ibrahim. So if you wanted to come and continue what the Kufuado did, what was there the need for you us to sack them? The same thing. The justification is that the Kufuado by where you maybe for that matter you guys are going to do exactly the same. What was the need for us to sack them then?
More fire. Fire them.
What kind of come on, you guys should stop it. Ibrahim Mahama was kind of here, dear baby.
Not driver for Nasana.
Driver for us. President were no less than 3 chauffeurs.
More fire.
So the practice has been that ordinarily, president private driver is not supposed to be driving him.
Precisely.
But from Air Tamils, what they do is that they enroll Omwankasa private drivers into the service. So if you think Ibrahim Mahama is the one supposed to be driving you, let us know. Enroll him onto the service as your chauffeur.
Precisely.
Then we can have official records saying that Ibrahim Mahama is the new chauffeur of the president.
More fire.
Ibra chauffeur. And also dear na ya ye say. Edin tutu. Ibra chauffeur.
So Ibra
chauffeur. O de re.
Ye ne kam mu no ho.
Ye ne kam mu no as driver. Ibra chauffeur. Yeah. Oh my serious issues. No I na trip Ibra chauffeur say. Ibra chauffeur. Ibrahim Ahmed no.
Ibrahim driver.
Ibrahim driver. Also the no man. Is on.
No, couldn't.
Or calling Mabrabu. Nisika yen yambe. Or president driver. Tibra chauffeur. And Ibrahim driver.
More fire.
Oh, Mama, Mama from us, I'm going to general from us. I'm going to make do shoes. Why? We before some met to us. GhanaRecords.com. Monko honko ready. But my men call Achimobuakwa. A year or change in a himfi. Na menkasa monchiro or change in a kakra. Miro Adam Mamajo. Yes, what change in a set task force to be what a yechibi. They are terrorizing people. Miro say when you aware, me dey ba wanim nuati. People like you task force no, omo terrorizing crofo. Na yes ye fro bi akwa abusuan bi akwa family. A omo dan e wo keche bi. Omo free 17 why no ma wo ade no a kofi. Na akohwe mremu a ye wo bibi a wo ko eye act 1036 na. Act 1036 in the Land Act of Ghana. Section 2 no. E kire eye the titles that a person can hold in our lands. Allodia title, usufructual, common law freehold, deben brofo ni nyina say what you mean an afieja e wom so agi asase free bomfa hene wo ana wo gifri agona hene wo na nso so ya abusuani ana wo ya part of the stool ne nko ade ono nso wo title say wotimi didi asase ne so e transfer ma ne ma transfer obi anu obetimi a stop no unless you abandon asase no ansa no hene ne nsa timi aka na ya abandon ne dia enya krata nko na mu obi ye ono of asase by war, by conquest, by gift, by everything. There are several things that wo a minim ni nyina na mom ni ase akwa family wo mo asase wo ho wo mo dan no mo dia mo obi se ene mo ntena mu kakra from last year April and was ye nye rent na ye pese ye renovation timuntu enim wo no nso mo dia ma eye enkrofo mo de mo kiosk asisi wo ye ni ade ni ase abranche ba ko bi wo de Alexander Minta na wo ye o chihini photographer ono nso wo bi wa anim ho a afa wontu oso wontu no adonten hina ayi abonten don hina wo ho se wo mane mane ntu eje ne sa de a wo ye ne ade an wo gina abonten don hina nso tumi e ma abonten don hina ne se asase no kura ye wo no ayi friends ayi aban dia na aban dia abonten don hina no wo assembly member wo assembly wo DC aban dia ma aban no wo me fight e dia ba no
More fire.
Ave ye so obi didi emoforiata Daniel emoforiata no akotwero krata na me frɛ no so oto ne badin etu oto ne badin wi obegete ba na bom no wani ye se ye bia ni am oche hene hu se di emoforiata so atwero mo krata ase wo momra mehia the allocation committee of debe ema 87 years mrewane nkokora 89 years mrewane nkokora wo mo abo mo brate o mbabia ni ye tete o debe no debe na mo ye ne sa Ediabeno. Yali tumi mamu ahemfo ediabeno. Ama na abrewane frɛ me say say ya invite ne say womra location ye ekojojo no ediabeno no. Munya sa ne ma no. Ahemfo no mo na moye ma ne ma ye bibi kabisi bibi basa afa ebu o ma hini no. Mira che hine say wunya nte ya. Na moti oful pen wunya nte ya dia wo nkrofo ne yeni ti finance wo na wo ya do si wo so nioma se ya ne so mo ye ne che bi wa se wo mo nam kra na AK47 ne ade hye ade ba no gobi eti mesre Musa task force no ya tese mo hwe o che hine sase so ya so ye kra na concession side wo mo akasa kojibi no mutu ni ya terrorizing nkrofo munya sa ne ma no ye be shara de ni ambisi wo munyai sa nioma no nioma se ya na moye ye kufado ho ye hin wo ho a ye ba ye lusu vote lusu munyai ade ba no obi we no ye prelims and am say DM for riata yes wo be frame ni nti wo to ne bedin dia me di we be twere ha na mo ye be sheda go into details precisely and ye di akire ehunahuna anim hwenim na yes maka nti mu ko hunahuna ma me mu hunahuna no ye betemoto ye ma wiase ahu what you guys are doing
more fire.
Fire bend them. You are changing the frame. Where you are no frame. Obi, your next topic here, JJ Rawlings. So more ye June 4th revolution. Ombe celebrate ya Kovi yet Kroma 31st December case bi wo ho your friend MPP versus a year IGP said the 31st December case why ye ni ade no omo so mo be celebrate MPP versus AG omo be celebrate ye 31st December court ne kan ni pain. Say in a democratic governance, we cannot be celebrating this nonsense. And look at 31st, a bloodless coup. After all of a sudden, President Kufuaba was it there? A yawum and people under Jesus Christ. The youth of this nation, NDC all of a sudden, NDC wants to pretend as though we are democratic. If you guys knew just some 30 years down the lane, some 40 years down the lane, the things that your fathers and your mothers went through in the hands of JJ, and then go for NDC. Say a revolution. Yes, celebrate June 4th. Near JJ Rawlings Bano. No, I quite know as an actor Rawlings. Now, but see a democracy. How does June 4th has a place in a democratic governance? Ask them. Yajina ni ajatum. Seku nenye 66 DSC free fane kotukadi nenye. Tianto ntwene. Ana ni celebrate omo de. Yanyina ni ajatum. Said ye C79 June 4th ne enye 72. Yato aba amabuzia. Ene adu adakufo ado. Na ayi a champon. What babaji to me from na champon kro bu amamuo papa in 7 to 8 years. Ono kra de celebrate
more fire.
Yeah. Mobile 79. Nipa kunkuma. Kobi. Nipa lusu womo lives. Besi edru baby. Na fisher folks. Omo so omo konsuo mu a. Omo net no. Echi nipa. Nipa yakumo mu. E wo kase ho. When nyina mranche ni nim. E maba wani nim. Soja fo JJ Rawlings kumomo obi obatan ya ne batue nufo no ye judge yesi JJ say time of course oba May 15th ni ade no ye jankrofo wei JJ ave mu nyina si ye nyaka ni asi yo yate ene ye beja aka ye mamra nche ni hu mo tworo curriculum ni history kwa yi sa ne o me nyina fu eti ha wo say wo ko uko school te say JJ komuniba ye ye freme bo a nya me kan ho asanka anim what changing wa afi mun come on ntum nyina move on abedru ba bi on ba ye na revolution na June 4th na JJ ba no akogina no apagya ne sa my father was hey mudi June 4th dia ye be kai manfo ni June 4th yawo if sa dia no amoye no me ro akogina kaka asem bi instead say speaker no obey uses her opportunity ya also who the daughter of a Medra comment who said it the speaker should have had a great opportunity to speak to the people and say that such comments are not necessary. If we are a nation we've all agreed see ebe move on have a speaker and say me ko the daughter of a Medra. It's now you are dividing the nation. Precisely so. So one call had Waka and yet Jebi don't quite trade dia. And the Doka made of a daughter of a Medra. Why one way? Is it not true? Said JJ Rawlings was a Medra. Is it not true? National Reconciliation Committee report in the kind of findings they had against JJ Rawlings. And look at Rebecca Sikufuabai. One no JJ no say SIB report. Special Investigative Board report to appear in 1988. And no JJ Netisono report no. When you see it, you'll be amazed. The things that JJ did. Killing people left, right, center. Final report of SIB. This is the investigative. When him says I report 20 coffee, almost she a whole your friend say a print house. Almost she no. Because they didn't want this report to come out. We had moving a frame was Okatakyie Afrifa Mensah. Na yamba show. Nyoma here kwajochi Captain Chikata. Any JJ Rawlings here in Kuruma. All of a sudden, almost yanki anu tu. Mo bianca was a fire. O kumuya kumonwa nkasa nu crop for bebre. More fire. And no could do what a military a year bondasi, baby omkoku, judge and any adeno. Never omuku house. Now, no momuko military in each lemma. Utu an alco Juadu and Yana was in Kregu. On your my jeji, so a batter. Now, and your muko, or Mumodu Soprandi was that, or Muchua no more kuno masho. Baby, I will move a Sicilia Quantiano, Justice Sicilia Quantiano, any Quabeneja Pon Papa, any a year a Ibakui. baby almost she Mokovi. Yes, for so many years, no home food. All of us are see a rim fee. And some best celebrate June 4. Obia no best celebrate June 4 for best I pretend it's a me and come once. Most celebrating what you become once. You back high man for the course. In a democratic dispensation, how do we allow this nonsense to fester? President Kufuor or by year National Reconciliation Committee. And was you dear Sinino, Mumiana Yanka. Report the National Reconciliation Commission report, volume 1, executive summary. You better read some of the executive summary and watch it. And you're my judge Rawlings here. More fire. You be able to judge no one was Adebuga, Captain Adebuga. One on a judge you soon no ma will come probably and the one and muton Adebuga no to betino. More fire. JJ was such a person said, "Oh, come ni pano kura woti mesu mo bi ma ne ko film e bere no atena kase wo no ahwe na ni age Riyadh mo no abaje so and he said we shouldn't talk about it. As to whether or not I have a problem with JJ kum ni pano, it is me opinion. Sese bi se ba se cool now ya enya agudi, so you need to kill people to survive. Either you kill or you are killed, because onu JJ ne yachi na ebe kuno. But nobody is going to tell us say unti JJ ba won kum ni pa. What's the Fidel Castro pepe? Time of Fidel Castro, or year coup first one 1930s movie. Or Janico a year Argentina, a Mexico. Or Cosia Ernesto Che Guevara. Or Nick Camilo Fusiangu. When him saw almost a boy be coup said a Boachija boy year 79 coup no man. Omco fire a Fidel Castro by. Or we will cum Camilo Fusiangu, or cum a Ernesto Che Guevara in Bolivia. Because I said. The same strategy na judge nya 79 wo yusu yi omo epo na Asiedu jiwamo omo po na ye ku wo bo nyum yi medo fo na so akodugu nsan adma ko nyameche o chesi ni out o nyina wo mbo ma judge be yi o kum bebre Asiedu jiwamo da o mani omo ba wo chi wo ku omo nyina da yes judge me anka e de ba no Commodore your friend say you papa ya so akobo bosia 50,000 and nay 5 cedi okuno adiaba no bosia wo akobo bosia wo ye military commander no akobo bosia de asidan nyeso wa wi o man ni sika jeje Rawlings kuno abe yes me anka wasem yabeka mudi June 4 for yabeka yes munya adi na munya samu portrait jeje Rawlings say wa me yehwe Captain and Krabby father che oni jeje Rawlings ne kwa chimota oni jeje Rawlings ne ko military. These are the remarks of a Captain and Krabby father che say when him so no kro obo jeje mani yeku oba ye jeje sa in time no omo try first one ye che Captain ko ye see ye try no e wa bra na lawyer kura ni ho mutiny ye can mutiny ye say treason military version of a treason wo ye ni ade no say ne me lawyer wo say o da bi lawyer ni wo kra ye bua no in the share detention jeje Rawlings ba ya so penance mo sa ko yi no beboa ne kakrama ne ye 1 2 3 wie ye e wa no say wo yi ni free so ade ko share detention for 6 months ono anadam for on ko achimota and mo se mi yanka ebeka Captain and Krabby father teneka ne no asem ade be no ya tu kromo asi asojafo abua jeje bebre wo ko mo nyina da wo ko mo nyina da all of a sudden JJ is a hero, the unsung hero. Yankan wasem. Yankan JJ wasem. General Utukamo. I don't know ye. General Kote, don't know ye. Omian Kano Kure. Okumia Namiano, not necessarily near celebrity JJ kum not military commanders. Bebre. So, when him some no ka say almost said that kum General Kote any Saba Joya Medome almost said that kum notness just because they wanted to balance the act say and yes anti-phone kwan yekuno obu there was no crime against him but yes them kumbi nyanga say yes anti-phone kwan yekuno and ya kan phone kwan yekuno Momi adwen kwankwa didi wate mo celebrate June 4 for ebeka ho asem mo celebrate ebeka ho asem obi me no ka say mo musa jeje Rawlings abusuafo say o mo nimu a na na kwona do Rawlings what da so ti ase mo musa no man secretary bi ane so wo na wo sori anopa na kase ho Saturday what type Captain Krabi father teneka all type tintintin afi obe nwan say Saturday anopa na Lord wo kotewa ko hwe ade no a yesi jeje Rawlings ni moja ye no ho so wo chante o cortex so wo mo di wo ba no achi ko ne fie ko ye de o me ade ba no
no fire
fuma sam so ho ya so kwa didi mo pese e jai we ni kira mo nyanse hunu ni di
mo fire
yanko fire bend them yanko ni yanko hwe NRC report page 30 of the National Reconciliation Committee report ni yan hwe de omo kafa jeje ho obi jeje kum ya mo no ankasa ni kurumfo ayi Fridays fetish priest okum miensa fetish priest miensa ba ko ni din de togbe akapo ahiaku togbe akapo with the report of the NRC and ekurami na you read the report no point 5741 or say the famous fetish priests from Volta region were abducted and murdered in apparently mysterious circumstances in the early part of 1982. Prior to the carbon copy abduction, murder and burning of the remains of the 3 high court judges and the retired army officer on 30th June 1982. In each case, the charred remains of the victim were found in the bushes a day or two after the abduction. It is the way can I say in a year J.J. Rawlings was a fetish priest to be a year voter. Now uni momu bone me kind bone natural. Wakwachi wami and send kumomu. O my hine mwa adi save o my hine say no my hine na busuani e can revolution ho. Ana onu save no. Enu ko mo brim no. Adi aba no. Mo se mi yankai. Ya be kai.
Sapepepe.
Ye J.J. Rawlings ye ni. And omo said the carbon copy style of the way omo di kun judges no sa pepe no omo ye ya omo di kun sa ayi fetish priest mi say na ye hwe fetish priest omo ye waya ba ku de togbe akapo ahiaku fetish priest and transport owner popularly known as Yeye Boy of Atijive in the Okatakyie district. His crime was that he was suspected to be plotting with others to use juju or fetish to kill the chairman of the NDC. PNDC. In the crime, you say almost suspected say what did you be cool? A J.J. Rawlings and your coaching now you cool on your share no
more fire.
Dear Bernard, of Master saw Yamunia. One movie, Yano, Yon Quanum Kuno, Togbe, fetish priest of Ayachiame. On the 24th of February 1982, by the same Medros gang, the modus operandi was the same, and his body was burnt. Most me yanka wasem cause J.J. Rawlings. Mo ba se be kan wasem de munya revolution di. Mo di de be ka kire manfo. Ese mo di PNDC. Ye no ma transmogrify mo ho. Ayi P na free ho. Ade NDC na ba. And the national security coordinator tewa. Obi. Yes was say me Okatakyie. Makoka so ye Mahama boy. It as much as he can obe kire me where power lies. National security coordinator ma me hwe ni mo ka asem kire. Me nsuro hwenwem. Na me nsuro wu. Me nsuro. Na me dro sa akwa na asem so ade wo kan ye ma akwa na betena wo se. Me no nsuro enu me minimum. Dia mo kan ye mate me kan no wasem a mo kan ate musim besizi me kan mo mesizi na mo nko sa ban we na de kan no ma me kan bachi ana se kan no eye obi ye wia kan no dia ena obi na wia na me sa kan ite be ko nipa no wo
Fire for fire.
asem ma afia mama asem ma waje so obi na wia kan no na me sa kan ye dia mimi wia kan no ena obi na wia na me sa kan obi a nwrenwo obi a kroni mu na menye jahene ba I'm telling you Obi Samson Daniel Kwao Togbe Kwaku Akwe was arrested 26 February 1982 and taken to the residency Ho extensively to meet Dr. Fiagbe the regional secretary. He went there, but before that when him say senya sa papa we ya to Fiagbe ya Dr. Fiagbe komu kumai hene no na yenkoni yenko hwa de o hwe eye .5749 or say The first port of call of the hired gang of killers on each occasion was the residence of Dr. Fiagbe, the regional secretary and representative of the PNDC in the Volta region. Indeed, Dr. Fiagbe admitted that he met them. Knowing the sort of person they were dealing with, the murderers showed Dr. Fiagbe little respect. They told him their mission. Powerless, he telephoned Flight General Rawlings to find out if the swaggering band of killers had his authority. Tienye. Ono Dr. Fiagbe no. Time wa nkrofo jeje asoma mu so munkuku no. E baaye no. Ofre jeje Rawlings say, "San nkrofo wo authority ana." Yentie. Flight Rawlings, Lieutenant Rawlings told him not to interfere. Tiedi wakayo. JJ Rawlings. Now we are regional commander of the PNDC. No a friend say, "Nkrofobia ba ha omo ekoye nneoma ekokum nipa ne ade. Do they have the authority?" Was it JJ Rawlings catch and say he shouldn't interfere? Now you the report in the kind. Dr. Fiagbe then left them to carry on with their murderous intent. Where the report? We was from the evidence abducted, adduced before us. We are satisfied that these murders were carried out on the orders of the chairman of the PNDC. Where a report, NRC report. But see this, we move findings, and JJ Rawlings was there. The only person Dr. Fiagbe was able to save was his uncle, Togbe Adalaja, paramount chief of Anlo, who had also been abducted and brought to Dr. Fiagbe's official residence. He was accused of being in league with the fetish priest. It was fetish priest 3 new year. And Togbe Adalaja, paramount chief of Anlo. So move kuna kawo. Didn't buy Dr. Fiagbe hono. But for the pleas of Dr. Fiagbe, the gang would have dealt with him in the same short, sharp and cruel manner. Instead, they gave him a severe beatings. Now the report goes on to say, the commission finds it surprising and extraordinary that a paramount chief should be subjected to such humiliation by these young men. JJ Rawlings in paramount chief of Anglo. Boy, see to me, Puno. Nani Bromuye. And so Omuye, you know. And there were on Mamma Candy. Mamma Candy. What's it? All of a sudden, must be Yankai, JJ, Yankai, Rakai, Niama JJ. Omi asun kwa didi o. Obi. Omi asun kwa didi. Amatekwe. Wo be wo. JJ Rawlings wanted Amatekwe to exonerate them. Eti Amatekwe, when JJ Rawlings said that no, we're giving it up, we thrown under the bus. Wa kwa na omo say, omo the report, a recorder. Ekwa say Amatekwe enkase wono na years a crimes ni ade no on his own. Amatekwe is one can no we no can crime. And can report on the capture no ha. The meaning of a year ni nyina wa ha. JJ Rawlings say no a chase Amatekwe is one kasa no. Wo dimirika je recorder no at the best no call fan call shooting range. And on one course so ko kan so ko Amatekwe anka hwe. More fire. Mo say JJ Rawlings mi anka. Dey na mi anka. Teach them. Dey na mi anka. Teach them. And I know Mugabe say we should stop talking about national security coordinator and we'll be Bob Redru say and can say who Mugabe. She says we Steve one day we say there you Steve so no share space. Mugabe wo akufo do Bob Redru baby odu ye no. E dey na on kan kire no. Mamu ke kan say munya abotre. And can focus on say mo atwishi. We are season 1 episode 7. We no baby 4 years is a long season. Why? Baby manfo nani. Ya dey anya kwase anya bo. We will let the people know the truth. Then they will decide what they want to do. Gobi? Enti jeje du okumunipa. Hey! Okumunipa ba. Yanko ni yanko hwe SIB report. Yaka SIB a. Tama jeje kun we judges no. There was a special investigation board where you're setting it up. So we investigated the kidnapping and killing of a specified persons. And when you report in the habit. So I report we. Who so work as some about war. Aye. We krame. We intimacy. We kura. National security dem bia betimi aye. Mirror Osman dey ope bia betimi aye. Enya abotre na national security e be ka adwa kire wo. anya say bia national security ntia nka adwenkyerɛ kwase ane aboa ne yenka
Debi.
na yebe putu ejab wonam mu nya abotre na nko ho nya abotre why emfa emotions ma wo na we nya revolution o we ma tworo krata koma all the embassies said the mo be ye nie why international relations I will trigger all the protocols because many more beko timunya abotre obi report no oko paragraph 21 to paragraph 29 the kind of things in the report you'll be shocked. The Captain Kojochi Katamoye we under JJ now 1988 sa report we ono under JJ it when just will be MPP for na koyi okay report no say in spite of the evidence that the chairman of the PNDC Flight Lieutenant Rawlings was a close associate of Captain America and again in spite of the clear evidence that the Fiat Companola Egypt which was used in kidnapping was collected from the house of Mrs. Ajima Rawlings. There was no evidence from the inference can be drawn. There was no evidence, but from the inference it can be drawn that the chairman and his wife had full knowledge of the kidnapping and the murders. We under JJ Rawlings. SIB report. Onwa is new been under JJ Rawlings.
More fire.
Kano ye koku ye de ko chi nkrofo no koku mu ba amede kam no amete ko emu no JJ Rawlings ayi so ni nana ko do Ajima Rawlings ni fie table ana na keys ni bu na ka ni si wo ana o mo say report no say from the inference we can come to the conclusion that the chairman of the PNDC and the wife was in the known, had full knowledge. You can't full knowledge, that means they know nim and son of medicine in it. I kidnapping the person. I've been Muslim Yankian. When you answer Muno, what kind of report now? Dear Captain Kojochi Kata, most of the murders were on the orders of Captain Kojochi Kata.
Precisely.
Abi yasemianka jeje mentor no poni ekoso nyina momi aso kwa didi o MPP no na agimie ne yetenase a yetimi hwe niema na NDC for tag ye ne tag ye ne akia no yakeka kanse ani coach ye fa mu nsem hunu ne mu coach sem na mfi wa ho akokora ne nyina mkopa bintra ni afa ya nchichire party ne bufo
Fire.
Party ya radicals bebem
Fire.
party radicals with knowledge
So
Kofo e kan e beka bia kire omo omo ye memasem e be bia kire omo that is the kind of party we want
exactly.
bia mbese e be memasem de nyina fa ngwoni anchichire man period
Exactly.
ya so nkwa didi de be na mom ya so nkwa didi amo ha ya adwensa obi no kura na ha ne wo manfo no ka bi wo mo ka bi abosai 10 unsi yeshu ndi ana nche yentimi me kwan afo hours na do ni yire
19
abosai 19 nji yenu ba bia cha ma me wo go bi wo enioma abeka ya na ayu contem because kwasia aboa nim nti onche
It means
onche
5 hours ni mu 3 hours ye kwasia ne abo
sa
that be ntimi nyesa
go vi ye SIB report ye beto Facebook
more fire
na show no na yenya nwie show no kura no 5,300 likes 2,000 shares 92,900 views 10,000 plus comment yakoto
more fire
timusum goto bi why ebeton bi ama
more fire
why omi an kan kura nkyere ye go bi yan kan kura wo JJ Rawlings was a murderer today. He was a murderer tomorrow. He was a murderer in the next years to come.
more fire
Nobody will be allowed to whitewash. You speaker, when your opportunity, unite the nation.
more fire
Tell them, say where you traitor near the who here, where you murderer near the who here. Of my someone show. Huh? What call John Taino? Akwara ka kire nso okun ni papa mommy asun kwa did you hey enkofo yaw shenkofo mo gobi the kind of things that when people talk about JJ chama twemu ma wo kromu a
more fire
ada say yes a man holding nioma Bafodi we do say car to no. Ofia mo. Kofodua. And a moment report no. Say wa Kofodua oyede. Matescu. Oyi no try ma. Or did roll from JJ Rawlings.
More fire.
After Muslim and we mam ran tell about new. Some person ever candia. Revolution, we are a celebrity. We are in a democratic dispensation.
More fire.
Anything that reminds the people of a painful past, we must throw it somewhere.
Exactly. So,
other than that, we will continue to let the people know.
more fire.
What could you pin for the NDC? All of a sudden, as a munya here. What people know? Not necessarily mukum or munya some ketua. Yet we are not necessarily impenasem was shared that day a free holiday for Hajj. Why by Sana day ya? Said a kumum papa.
More fire.
Masa mo so yanwe ho me na meka me say obi anwane nko ba bia yamba plan ni nyina so nyamete e bi se nipa no nim se me ya de papa national security coordinator ora osman yanko ne yanko hwe adebuga a JJ Rawlings oboa no e ma ne di bone yenti adebuga yenti no.
So the point is I feel guilty that innocent people, not only soldiers, the 260 people who got missing, most of them are there and other places which they know. You see, that doesn't mean
tell me some of the other places.
If you are going to the range, you understand, some of them are there, that tertiary range area. And if you are going to the airport, especially the Air Force boys, they call that place Agege. They were buried there discriminately there. You see, those Air Force boys were reckless. So
tie worse now kind of they were buried indiscriminately. And this is a person who was there with JJ Rawlings. The course you know yawe. Adebuga, one of Buama JJ Yeku. He literally did all the coup for JJ Rawlings. Oba o chasing him out. Adebuga, o chasing him mo oni admaku nya mecha mu kotena. Eye Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire san wo kwa bruchiri. An wo kano. They were buried indiscriminately. Yentie the entire second video. And then your production now we are solid. And now benya scare from watch it. And a match of 500 Ghana free. Papa. You know.
He made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rawlings. And then Rawlings told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley. Kingston. Okay. So it was one Boachi who went and shot him. Called Boachi of Air Force. I called and he was shooting. So Rawlings made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rawlings. And then Rawlings told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley. Kingston. Okay. So it was one Boachi who went and shot him. Called Boachi of Air Force. I called and he was shooting. So Rawlings made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rawlings. And then Rawlings told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley. Kingston. Okay. So it was one Boachi who went and shot him. Called Boachi of Air Force. I called and he was shooting. So Rawlings made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rawlings. And then Rawlings told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley.
Jinaso. They say a reggae song was say, tell the children the truth. Exactly. Tell the children the truth right now. Tell the children the truth. We've been whining on the rhyme praise for much too long. Rebuild. Ave nyabotre nientie Daniel nyabotre nientie okọ reconciliation committee. Sa akọ ya muhuni. One na JJ Rawlings soma no. E ma ne kọ feme nkrofo. E de ba na JJ Rawlings hwe. Si ekum nipa a wo hwe na ne gie no. Yentie.
Some civilians, children, with your mawak. Is that true?
That is wrong.
You have killed a border guard official, isn't that?
That is wrong.
You want to tell this commission you have never killed anybody?
If I've ever killed, then it was something by your boss, Flight Lieutenant Rawlings.
It was what?
It was something by him.
sanctioned by
Rawlings, Fly Left and Rawlings. Let him come here and answer that.
You have killed some civilians, children, with your mawak. Is that true?
That is wrong.
You have killed a border guard official, isn't that?
That is wrong.
You want to tell this commission you have never killed anybody?
If I've ever killed, then it was sanctioned by your boss, Fly Left and Rawlings.
It was what?
It was sanctioned by him.
Sanctioned by
Rawlings, Fly Left and Rawlings. Let him come here and answer that.
You have killed some civilians, children, with your mawak. Is that?
Where from the horse's own mouth, Kobi? Enipa what's in our core reconciliation committee, and someone who can now a branch and I know Bisano say it was cross examination time. Now we're impugning BB on a debuga. Sab debuga kumunipa. Was this a kumunipa? It was sanctioned by your boss, Flight Lieutenant Rawlings. Nasa Riyad nan walk or you know. Or no nane ko. Eko video nkrofo de bama jeje hwe nkrofo ye ku omo wo hwe wi anani age no asere wo si yan kai se je ye be kai on get out
More fire. More fire.
ya mo dwene nyina menim obi say you guys don't understand what dictatorship is. No, when it comes to me, me say as to whether I have a problem with what he did. Nemom yanko busa jeje Rawlings say even innocent people who had nothing to do with the revolution, he killed them.
More fire.
So,
Me who entire revolution ya, or my kuomo, yes, we are threatened by any person. What did I say? Me understand the power dynamics. Power is not a small game. But say innocent people are no when you're threatened by them. Who kuomwa? We are normal. Most you celebrate JJ, we a hero. Now, much me can say we should celebrate JJ because he gave us a year freedom. Nonsense to the highest degree.
More fire. More fire.
Nonsense to the highest degree. So it's like what you want. Now, Obiabe for freedom. You can say fundamental human right. These are human rights that are not given. You have to enjoy it. Right to life, right to this, right to that. Fundamental. Not JJ Rawlings, but no freedom of movement. Obesizi, or no necessism of freedom. Or we are was me CZ biwa. No more bargain so. Hey JJ, am I freedom? My Jimmy. Jimmy.
More fire.
No, this my judge say ya to a bay liman. Obisman so me kuno metro. It was season of freedom new year no. And was say kakreb mamo. And money J. Say judge amamu freedom. O mamu freedom say. You people will be uncomfortable, but we don't care.
More fire.
so.
More fire.
Ya me ye judge anya na busu afọ fam court. The mamu may you coward in your mabia. Go to court.
More fire.
Obi, you be kind of cray. We tell the children the truth. Now, young Nketia Rawlings and Kwaku Sachiado before so be woo. Kwaku Sachiado koye ni interview. Daniel, yes, I be doing ready, mammy. On one and no mutual king, JJ Rawlings say, even General Free for Kuno. He did not kill he was being provocative. He was being provocative. Since when did somebody being provocative became a crime?
Ask them.
More fire. More fire.
Since when? Second, yes. Where's first one, Mebwa? There be. Okay, so I don't know which of the videos you have, but Yanko. Okay, Nyabotre, I'll come to that and you play. Where's second one? Our first one. Which try how many?
3.
Which try 3? Cornerbo first one. We who first one? I mean, who? Make a chero. What? Where you free fan? I do a kind of free fast seminar. Yentie.
More fire.
Yentie.
Like, he will have to say more. And what did he say? He said Afrifa had been advanced a good load of money to wage a campaign against Champong's union government. Yes, at that time, I mean, things were pretty hot. And
no. Fame called the other one. Fame called the other one. you fami kwa beba hatu. So I had the jeje kanyina say Afrifa now there was a certain general bi wo no jeje abemu and he feel threatened by Afrifa and the Asantis. Jeje was very specific. Was the general feel threatened by Afrifa and the Asantis because Asantis were more powerful. So Osheda no the Afrifa shame. But at some point it was jeje no na ye wo went me among general Kurundi. He felt threatened by Afrifa and he killed Afrifa. Send Afrifa a CIA agent and the person that the general wanted a linkage with the CIA. We have a kind of correct. Mopa munkume. And yama sem.
More fire.
Webi? A breninti. Yanya ni yanko. Yeje ne die no a kwa wait me gina ga say first was me kwoti ewu ade achi oba so wa wo sen kraman ade achi which one is which me kwoti na ewu am ntime nwa na ma wo sen kraman.
More fire.
You are being a fool. Stop, these things are trivial.
More fire.
Medamasi general Japon ma remarks no and I agree any mo am be hwe nyina mo aba you